Hi, everybody. It is Wednesday, August 20th. We are kind of just, this year is disappearing pretty quick. More than anything, I wanted to say today is Clubhouse. So for any of you who are members that can make it, we will be there 2 o'clock Pacific time. I really look forward to seeing as many of you as possible because with touring, it's been really difficult to have these, so I really treasure the ones that we do get to do. We got a major heat wave coming into Los Angeles, supposed to really hit tomorrow. It's going to be over 100. And in the West Valley, they're talking like 108, 110 degrees. It's really not fun. So I'm going to try to finish up all the stuff I have to do outside between today and tomorrow morning, and then just focus on watering more than anything. But I'm going to get the grunt work all finished. I'm going to do a little, every day I have plans for a piece of music, and then I find something else. And I kind of go, oh, I'll do that one this time. And I just found 3 more that I was thinking about. But I'm going to do this one right now for you. Now, the artist on this one is somebody I've been working with for decades. And it was really cool when he decided to do a solo album. And I was really happy to be a part of that. And that's the great drummer, John J.R. Robinson. And he did an album called Funk Shui. I'm going to get into info on that, but I'm going to read you a little bit about John here. It's a very extensive thing on Wikipedia. I'm not going to go there. I'll be sitting here for half hour reading his credits. But he and I have worked together so many times over the years, and I always enjoy playing with him. So it's got John Frederick Robinson, born December 29th, 1954, known professionally as JR, is an American drummer and session musician who has been called one of the most recorded drummers in history. He's known for his work with producer Quincy Jones, including Michael Jackson's multi-platinum Off the Wall album, the charity single We Are the World, JR's drum fill kicks off Jackson's chart topper Rock With You, and his drum solo opened Steve Winwood's album Back in the High Life to begin the #1 Higher Love. Rolling Stone listed JR in the 2016 on their list of top 100 greatest drummers of all time. He was awarded a Grammy Award for his work with Rufus and Chaka Khan, the single Ain't Nobody, but he has played drums on more than 50 Grammy-winning works. JR plays in many different styles. His first fame came with the funk band Rufus, and he recorded dance funk hits with the Pointer Sisters. In pop and rock fields, his work stretches from straight-up rock of John Fogerty, Bonnie Raitt, Peter Frampton, to the mainstream pop of Lady Gaga, Daft Punk, Wilson Phillips, and Madonna. JR has backed many contemporary R&B artists, including Whitney Houston, Lionel Richie, and Anita Baker, as well as vocal pop rock singers such as Barbra Streisand, Seal, Peter Cetera, and Rod Stewart. He's played on a string of pure country hits by George Strait, Clint Black, and Toby Keith. In the 90s, his film score assignments shifted into high-gear drumming for Hans Zimmer, Christoph Beck, and James Newton Howard. And throughout JR's career, he has collaborated with jazz artists from Jeff Lorber to David Benoit to Sadeo Watanabe. JR has said he's a chameleon kind of drummer. He was born on December 29th, 1954 in Creston, Iowa. His parents, Helen Sloan and Jack Robinson, made certain he had an education in music, starting him in piano lessons at the age of 5. JR's father played violin as a hobby, and his mother played him big band recordings, pointing out the elements of swing. Robinson Sr. was also an arranger for the local choir Creston Chorus. Both his grandfathers were musical. His favorite recording at age 7 was When the Saints Go Marching In, from the soundtrack of the 1959 film The Five Pennies. At 8, he got his first drum kit, a secondhand 1940s Ludwig set with no toms, just snare, bass, hi-hat, and one Zildjian cymbal. At age 10, he formed a duo with Kevin Clemens, who played electric guitar. His next drum kit was a new 66 Ludwig Champagne Sparkle set. Tall and athletic, J.R. waved between a basketball or a musical career, choosing music. At 14, he performed with the Iowa Big Band, where he played drums in the high school band using a Maple Ludwig kit in white marine pearl. Okay, J.R. went into jazz bass camp. J.R. went to jazz band camp at Northwest Missouri State University and Illinois State University, where he met drummer teacher Ed Soff, who helped J.R. break some of his bad habits, training him in traditional grip. Soff also encouraged him to enroll in the Berklee College of Music in Boston. J.R. gigged with the Tommy Dorsey Band in '73, finding that the old yellow charts were very extensive, more than 1,200 songs. In August '73, the Pointer Sisters opened for Chicago at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Des Moines. J.R. attended the concert, and he was moved by the Pointer Sisters song Cloudburst and Yes, We Can. He said he always wanted to play with them. 7 years later, he played on the Pointer Sisters hit Slow Hand. Arriving at Berklee in '73, J.R. was taught by drum educator and theorist Gary Chaffee, who advocated linear drumming, and jazz drummer Alan Dawson. J.R.'s schoolmates included bass guitarist Neil Steubenhouse, drummer Steve Smith, Kenwood Denard, Vinnie Colaiuta, and Casey Sherrill. Dawson helped J.R.'s bass drum footing to a heel-down style, which took years to master. J.R. studied xylophone and vibraphone with Dave Samuels, and they gigged together. By 1974, Jay was working as a studio musician for Professor John LaPorta, who needed a precise drummer in his teaching tapes. It goes on and on here. There's lots and lots of information about all this work with Quincy and everybody. Now, I've worked with JR for years. We've done countless records together, and it's always a kick. It's always a kick. He's a character of the first degree in a good way, and we have just a lot of fun when we do get to work together. So I'm going to go over to this, though. This is the album now. This is from 2004, and it's called Feng Shui, and it goes, the little blurb on this one is, print is so tiny on my computer. A Grammy Award-winning recording artist, John J.R. Robinson, has released his first solo CD, Feng Shui, with the help of the world's finest musicians, Neil Steubenhouse, Gary Grant, Mark Williamson, Jeff Lorber, Ross Bolton, me, Brandon Fields, Paul Jackson Jr., Michael Thompson, and Dan Higgins. J.R. has assembled a collection of original songs sure to please his countless fans, as is evident on past recordings with Rufus and Chaka Khan, Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson, Steve Winwood. His signature style is unmistakable. This drumming pioneer has brought to the solo recording his love of jazz, funk, and rock, and his solid groove, mastered in the SACD format, which captures the incredible energy of performances in surround. This listening experience puts you right in the center of the music. Feng Shui is a labor of love by one of the great drummers of all time. J.R. Robinson's great drumming skills have graced countless hit records in all musical genres. That blog was West Coast Rendezvous blog. The song I'm going to play for you now is a classic song, but done in his way. Let me get if I can get a. Well, it's pretty obvious by the writers on this who had done it. Mick Jones and Lou Gramm are the composers on this, and it's Tellin' Lies, Cold as Ice. It's myself on bass, JR on drums, Michael Thompson on guitar, JR doing keyboards and programming, Bobby Wyckoff and Mark Williamson on background vocals, Chris Robinson doing the rap on this, and then the main vocal is Mark Williamson. Let me see if there's any. The vocals were arranged by Mark. Woody Woodruff engineered this. It was mastered by Bernie Becker. And that's pretty much all the credits on here. So I'm going to go ahead and play this for you now. It's pretty different, but a lot of fun. On this one, I believe I used my Boss OC2 octave divider on almost the whole track, just to go for a more synth bass vibe on it. So here we go. Tellin' Lies, Cold as Ice, John Robinson from his album Feng Shui.
freezing like a winter. When you open up, I felt the July splinter, shivering up my back and down my spine, shutting up emotions and they all mine. Twice I was nice, believing you could realize, but all the cries and still you're telling lies.
John J.R. Robinson, Telling Lies Cold as Ice, from his album Funk Shui. So I'm going to get running now, do a few things before I get ready for our clubhouse. So take good care, have a great day. And for you clubhouse members, I look forward to seeing you this afternoon, 2 p.m. Pacific time. And if you're in anywhere that's hot, no kids, no animals in cars, please, please, please don't be foolish with this. There's nothing more important than their lives. So don't do that. If you decide to go out and walk your dog, do it in the coolest part of the day. If it is midday and it is roasting out there, only walk them if you're barefoot. And if you can't stand it, don't do it for your dog. Okay? It's really important. So see you this afternoon and tomorrow.